Hello, you are watching the latest edition of DBE TV News. We come to you every Friday on the DBE TV channel 122 on Open View at 12 p.m. and on the Department of Basic Education's YouTube channel. Welcome. My name is Tsehohajo Moafi. In our top stories this week, the Western Cape Education Department sends a stern warning to those threatening contractors building new schools. Applications for Phase 4 of the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative in the basic education sector have officially opened. Deputy Minister Dr. Regina Mhaule encourages learners and teachers at Sapphire Secondary School in Sidibeng. And the KZN Education Department saddened by the partial burning of 2 schools allegedly by learners. The Western Cape Education Department has visited the Manenberg School of Skills construction site. The construction project of the school is estimated to cost 84 million rand and scheduled to take 87 weeks. There are, however, concerns about possible delays after work at the site was interrupted at the end of August, allegedly by a group of individuals attempting to extort the appointed contractor. It's understood the contractors have also been harassed, intimidated, and threatened. According to the Provincial Education Department, they aim to build 18 to 20 schools or the same number of classrooms each year to ensure that quality education is delivered to every learner in every classroom in every school. The MEC for Education says any intimidation cannot be accepted.
I'm on a building site where we are building the Manenberg School of Skills, which has been delayed in part because of alleged extortion and intimidation. I say it's time to stand up to the construction mafia, and it's for that reason that I've laid a complaint and provided the South African police with an affidavit so that these allegations can be properly investigated. I want to send a very clear message. I will not tolerate extortion and intimidation on any school build site in this province, and I will not hesitate to take firm action and lay charges so that they can be investigated by the South African police. Be warned.
Applications for Phase 4 of the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative in the basic education sector have officially opened. With this phase, the department says over 250,000 young people will be placed in schools as education and general assistants. The applications officially opened on the 26th of September this year and will close on the 16th of October. The department has continued to urge all the youth aged between 18 and 34 residing within a radius of 5 kilometers from the school to register on the sayouth.mobi site.
When it comes to rural areas and farm schools, we are extending the kilometers to 30 kilometers. The main reason why we extend the kilometers for those specific areas is because those communities, in most cases, we find that they are sparsely populated. There's quite few people in those locations, and young people have migrated to cities to look for better opportunities, and schools then struggle to get young people that meets the requirements to be placed on the project, and hence we do extend the kilos. The other support that we provide to those communities that are sparsely populated, we are sending out our officials from the Department of Basic Education, from national, from provinces, from districts, from circuits. We are sending them out to these communities to support them with application processes, because the other challenge that those communities find themselves in is that there is no connectivity. It's purely because of location that you might find that the land is not serviced for the school to be, for the community to be able to receive network in those areas. So we are going to send out people to help those communities. We are also going to use our imbizos that are being run by government to support communities. We are going to use all the meetings that department is running. So we are going to infuse this activity within all other activities of the department so that we can reach everyone in the community. We don't want any South African youth to be left out in this process.
Maje added that there are no payments needed for the job opportunities that are available.
SA Youth Mobi assists government to ensure that there is transparency, there is no bias, there is no subjectivity. We trying to eliminate nepotism, which is one of the things that young people have cried about in phase 1 and phase 2. So we are requesting that in phase 4 we do things differently. We do apply online and eliminate anything that will cause the young person to be excluded unfairly. And we also want to indicate to the young people that applying on SA Youth Mobi is free. If you go to a school and you are told to pay for placement or to be shortlisted, no, that is illegal. These jobs are for free. You are not supposed to be charged a cent to apply, to be placed at that school and to work in that school. It comes at no cost to anyone in the country.
Basic Education Deputy Minister Dr. Regina Mhaule has urged learners at Sapphire Secondary School to ensure they continue to work hard and focus on their upcoming exams. Mhaule visited the school in Bophelong in Vanderbijl Park earlier this year after the school was classified under Section 58B, which, under the South African Schools Act, is a school where the standard of performance is below the standards prescribed in the National Curriculum Statement, or the management and governance of the school is prejudicing or likely to prejudice performance. The Deputy Minister has vowed to assist the school and ensure it improves in its performance. Speaking to teachers and community members, Dr. Mhaule emphasized that the circumstances outside the school should not determine the success of the school.
We need to support the school. This thing that, no, the area is full of drugs, this area is full of what, should not be a reason for the school not to succeed. Yeah. If we are there as members of the society and members of the community and leaders of the community for that matter, we need to support the school and all the schools. I said to Mr. Umaro last time, I don't only focus at your school, because where he is chairperson of the SGP, the school is doing very well. And all the schools in a ward, they must do well, so that we know that during Mr. Ndwande's time as a councillor, he was responsible for the entire ward. And even primary schools, we should not only focus at secondary schools, because the problem is in the foundation. Yes. So I'm so happy. We are going to work together as long as I am in the DBE. Even next year will come early January when schools open. This is my school now. When it falls, it means I failed. When I say I adopt a school, that school must move.
She went on to encourage grade 12 learners to find methods to study and ensure they do their best in their exams.
Concentrate on those subjects that you did not make it in June. Ungayeki lawa owapasile. Give those that you did not pass a little bit more of time. Then nalawaya owapasile owaziyo owamastarayo. Nawo futhi wafunde. Niye kuma groups. There's no one ozokuthathela ingqondo. Bakuloya ngoba na ufuna ukuloyeka. Ufuna ukuloyeka bazokuloya. But mina ngithi angeke bakuloye. Go to groups, study in groups. You understand better when you discuss something. But mawuthule uyi-one. Ucabanga ukuthi uyayazi lento, you'll be silent with a wrong thing. Bazali, let's give them time. I know some bayapega, I know some menzalok nalok. Let's just exempt them from all the household chores. Let them focus. Now, how many days are it? Who's that man? 33. How's that 33? I remember Nakonyana SSC. Riba Fiona, Babale, Mara, Riba Tokomelo or Babala na. Because Mutu no tell La Buntu when Unahano Wabala, Kandava. Umofonu. The phone is on now, because dinner information. Mara ising, Banamaka, listen, not the other information. For now, let's focus on what is going to take us to pass our matric.
When we return, we hear more about the infrastructure development meeting held in KwaZulu-Natal.
I am sure that you have the passion and the drive to be the next DBE E-Cubed National Best Teacher for 2022. This year it works slightly differently in that you can nominate yourself or get your colleagues to enter themselves. WhatsApp the following number 060 060 3333. What you WhatsApp is NTA 22 and follow the prompt. You can do this, so why don't you?
Research is showing that NSFAS supporting students on average are performing better than non-NSFAS supported students, which is also something that is very important because it says this almost complete wraparound program by government of NSFAS students is become very important. Also, the change from NSFAS being a loan to being a bursary has also made a very big difference because it has now even opened access to students, even in those institutions that were unaffordable in the earlier phase of NSFAS. Universities that have been more expensive, like University of Cape Town, Stellenbosch, Wits University, Pretoria, there's been a huge increase of the numbers of black students from poor families directly as a result of NSFAS and the kinds of difference that it has actually made.
Gauteng Education MEC Panyazali Sufi has launched the Quality Learning and Teaching campaign at the Tsakane Community Hall in Brakpan. The campaign's main goal is to ensure the delivery of quality learning and teaching in all schools within Gauteng. This campaign was developed 14 years ago to coordinate the work of the various stakeholders to ensure education is treated as a societal issue. Lisufi lambasted the communities for the vandalism caused by some of their members.
Community, you are making our education system worse. Hey, but you are stealing. You are stealing things that belong to our own children. I mean, there is one high school, Winnie Mandela. That high school, Haiba Friday, Ratsiba by Lotuba, Harukis on Monday, Ka Wednesday, Batuba, Harukis on the Friday, Ka Saturday, Batu. Najuhula, Ntua Musu Nasa Uzui. But we can't have this level of vandalism. But communities as well. We can't have this level of no, you have these parents. What they start, they say, no, MEC, re batla sekolo. Ha ona sekolo. Please rahele sekolo. Look at the mobile classrooms, ha ona taba. Ha o fetsa wa beela di mobile classrooms. Ba re no, mana re di batle di mobile classrooms. No, I can really be a nyana. Then in the next 2 days, 2 weeks, the same parents, Bachisa school, they banned the school to protest that they don't want the mobiles. Actually, in another community, Freedom Park, it's not even mobiles. It's a beautiful school. Because there are squabbles amongst SGB members and community members, what they do, they ban a school. Community, I want you to join me here to send a strong message to all our communities in Gauteng. You ban a school, you will see to finish. We are not going to rebuild that particular school. You can't take money from other communities that need a school and go and rebuild a school in a community that does not want a school.
The Basic Education Department held an infrastructure development meeting in KwaZulu-Natal. The main aim of this meeting was to discuss how infrastructure delivery can be improved within the province. Director General Matanzi Mamweli has been crisscrossing the country, visiting various construction sites to ensure that the infrastructure is built according to the specified guidelines. Mweli has also urged implementing agents to complete within the allocated time. The infrastructure meeting held in KZN discussed strategies that need to be put in place to ensure learners have the best infrastructure at schools.
The subcommittee discussed issues like your norms and standards for school infrastructure, what are the alternative ways of providing infrastructure, and what are the strategies that we can put in place to put in better infrastructure to our schools for the benefit of our learners. It is a strategic forum that discuss the strategic issues that relate to infrastructure.
Now, staying in the province, the Education Department has bid farewell to learners who were killed in a horrific car accident on the 16th of September. Basic Education Deputy Minister Dr. Regina Mhaule attended the mass funeral for 14 learners on Saturday the 24th of September. The other 4 learners were buried a day before. The learners, aged between 6 and 12 years, were travelling from school to home on that fateful Friday afternoon when a truck collided head-on with the bakkie they were travelling in. 2 adults also lost their lives in that accident. Speaking at the funeral, Dr. Mhaule sent her condolences to the families and the loved ones of the deceased.
I-Victorious Independent School ishonele ingane ezilishumi. Okusho ukuthi impilo ayisekho kuleso sikolo. Ingakho ngithi osonhlala kahle mabasondele duzane basebenzisane nalesikole. Sithi Dudu kuThembo Kuhle Primary School. Ingane ezimbili zambile ukuhamba komuntu noma bawu20 noma eyedwa kubhlungu ngokufanayo. Duduzekani isikole sethu Siyathemba Primary School kuhamba ingane eyodwa. Duduzekani Sakumuzi Primary School ingane ezimbili ezifunda khona. Sithi duduzekani. Siphinde futhi siduduze ubuhle buzile Primary School lapho omunye wothisha bethu bebeqeqeshwa khona ukufundisa. Ube ingxenye yenu ngoba ubesesikoleni senu nani nikhathazeke ngokufanayo nathi. Ngakho ke sithi akukho ozoletha lemiphefumulo okwethu ukuthembela kuNkulunkulu. Sifunde uIsaiah 43 lapho esitshela khona ukuthi angeke asishiye
Na kulesi sikhathi uNkulunkulu uthembekile angeke anishiye mindeni. Uthi noma ningaba semanzini noma ningangena emlilweni engivumayo manje ukuthi niphakathi kwalomlilo. Kodwa nazi ukuthi uNkulunkulu unani. Inkosi yomusa inibusise.
After the break, we find out more about a Western Cape school selected as one of the top 3 schools in the world's best school competition.
Everyone has their own definition of what education is and means. What is yours? TED is a show that seeks to challenge the status quo by inviting guests that have a role and an inspiring story to tell about their journey in education.
A lot of it is not learner-centered.
This show seeks to dive in deeper conversations in quest of answering the big question, why education when there's so much to do outside of it? Why invest energy and resources that are so impactful in our society?
You're seeing a cartoon character that looks like you counting to 10.
This show airs on DBE TV channel 122. In case you miss it, binge watch it on YouTube, DBE TV. And also don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, simply DBE TV.
Of course, we can be also proud to say that the school nutrition program has made an impact and has contributed actually, because we are really proud when our minister, for example, mentions that, you know, the support program that we have amongst others would be National School Nutrition Program. When she announces, for example, the National Senior Certificates at the end of the year. And we are really proud to be associated as well in terms of, you know, the outcome, the educational outcomes thereof. So I must say that it has an impact in terms of making sure that the children are provided with nutritious meals, and you can actually see, you know, in terms of our menus that we have on a daily basis from a 5-day cycle menu, there is variety. So you can see that even the nutrient intake is actually making up for that balanced meal. A balanced meal that would ordinarily, that a child will not get from home, because it has, you know, starch, it has protein, it has fruit and vegetables. So the impact for us is quite large.
The KwaZulu-Natal Education Department is concerned by what they call is a string of incidents where learners allegedly burn schools. In the latest incident, it's alleged learners at Dawsonhoek High School in Durban set parts of the school on fire after police conducted a routine yet unannounced search at the school. It's understood police confiscated cell phones, weapons and other material from learners. Now this incident comes weeks after pupils allegedly set parts of Ndengeto High School alight after their cell phones and other illegal belongings were confiscated, also during a police search and seizure operation. The Provincial Education Department says such incidents will not be tolerated and the law must take its course on perpetrators. Pinelands North Primary School in the Western Cape has been selected as one of the top 3 schools in the world's best school competition. The school has been nominated as a finalist in the world's best school prize for overcoming adversity. The principal at the school, Anne Morton, says they were nominated through a collective effort. They added that the whole community of parents, children and staff have worked for years to create a positive learning environment. The top 3 finalists have now been entered into a public advisory vote. Members of the public have until the 2nd of October to vote, and winners will be announced on the 19th of October. And that's how we end this bulletin this week on Channel 122 on OpenView and on YouTube. Thank you for watching.